Okay, everyone, let's get ready. So, yay, welcome everyone. My name is Emily, if I have not met you, and thank you so much for joining the class today. Okay, great. Hi everyone, my name is Emily, if we haven't met, and thank you so much for coming today. We are going to have a lot of fun. I am in my house, so hopefully my furry friends won't come intrude, but you never know. My non-furry members are somewhere else, hopefully. So, but let's get started. So we're going to actually get started on our back today. Feet together, knees apart, Supta Baddha Konasana. And we're just going to lay on our backs. And if you need a little bit more support in your thighs, you can put your blocks or your books or even pillows. And maybe place one hand on your heart and then maybe another hand on your tummy and just slow your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Really feeling the inhales and letting go as you exhale. Today, the intention that I'd like to set for our practice, and if you have your own intention, just please feel free to ignore me, but I would like to focus on being present. I think that we're all being tested today and the last couple of days on whether or not we can be present in the moment and not stress out about the future and maybe stress out about the past. So I'd like you just to breathe in and breathe out any concerns and worries and just focus on being present. If your mind starts to think about things, just let the thoughts pass, just like they were floating down a river. Just come back to your breath. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. One more time, big breath in and out. Now gently grab the outside of your thighs and pull your knees in together, feet on the floor. Bring your knees into your chest and grab behind your thighs, and with your chin into your chest, we're just going to rock slowly up, forward and backwards, and try not to use momentum, but really use your core to move you up and down. Please don't go on your neck, just keep on your back and just giving yourself a little massage. And then when you're ready, just come sit up to Navasana just for a little bit, just kind of waking up our core. Breathing here for a second, flexing our feet, chest open. And then come to just an easy seated position on your mat. It's going to turn to face you. You're going to put your hands on your on your knees. And we're going to inhale, bring your chest forward, really opening up the chest. Exhale, chin to chest, really curving our back. Coming in forward again to breathe. Exhale, round. Inhale, now go at your own pace. Using your inhales and your exhales to move you. Okay, now put your right hand on the ground. We're going to reach over with our left arm, getting nice and long on our side torso. Inhale, we'll reach, and then exhale, we're going to swing our arm around. Inhale up. Try not to cave your back and really keep your chest nice and open. And again, just go on your own inhales. Inhale and exhale. Maybe your head can follow your hand. And come up to center, really reach straight up, big stretch. And place your left hand on the ground and do the other side. You're going to really reach with your fingertips. Trying to reach the other side of the room. Inhale. Exhale. Move your arm in circles. And come back to center, big stretch up. Now, come forward slightly, not too deep because we're just still warming up, but just reaching your hands forward. Maybe your forehead's reaching to the ground. Try and keep your sit bones on the ground, getting a nice stretch. And walk your hands over to the right, maybe placing your left hand on top of your right, getting a nice side stretch here. Breathing into the parts of your body that are calling out to you. Come back to center and go the other way. And then let's head back to center, trying to maybe getting a little bit deeper and just maybe doing some rolling up and down, kind of getting your body a little bit closer to the ground. And we're going to start cultivating our Ujjayi breath. So breathing in and out of your nose with a slight restriction on the back of your throat. Maybe making some sort of an oceanic sound. And now gently come back up. Place your hands on your knees and just kind of wave your upper body around. You're gonna come over your shins and we're going to get into tabletop position. So wrists underneath your shoulders, unless you have wrist issues, and kind of back off a little bit. And knees under your hips. And we're going to do some cat-cow. So inhale, chest open, hip up to the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Really arch your back, maybe looking at your tummy. Inhale, one more time. Tummy goes deep. And exhale. Now tuck your right toe and shoot it back behind you and just rock it back and forth, getting a nice little calf stretch while you're there. And if you'd like a little bit more, you can lift your leg up, really firing on your glutes and your hamstrings. Just kind of give it a little kick up, just really focusing on just using your glutes and your hamstrings. With your toe pointing down, heel up. Now, maybe if you need a little bit more, you can reach your left arm to the opposite side of the room. Lengthen out, head is neutral, core is engaged. Inhale, exhale, bring your knee into your chest along with your elbow. Squeezing everything in. Inhale, get long. Exhale, squeeze everything in. Inhale, long. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. And exhale one more time. You're going to place everything down and rock your hips from side to side or do some circles, whatever your body's calling for. Come back to neutral. Going to do the other side, so bringing your left foot out. Again, just getting a nice stretch in your calf. And bring your leg up if you like to, and again, just doing some little, just kickbacks, firing up those glutes. You need a little bit more, reach your right arm long. So inhale, exhale, bring everything in, squeezing everything in. Inhale, get long. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times, extending long. Last time, really lengthen, squeeze, and place it down. And again, just give yourself a little movement, maybe some more cat-cows. Now come back to neutral, firing on your core. Tuck both feet behind you, and we're going to lift our knees just an inch or two off the ground. We're going to hover here, really pushing off the ground. Fingertips are really heavy into the mat. Ujjayi breath is turning on. It's not permanent. Using your breath. If you don't breathe, you're just hurting yourself. Place your knees on the mat. Give yourself a little child's pose maybe. Come back up. We're going to do that again. So tuck your feet underneath, tuck your feet, and then lift your knees up an inch or two. And again, really turning on that core. If you're shaking, that's a good thing. Building nice, strong muscles. Inhale, shoot your hips up to the sky. Reach your heels to the ground. Our first downward facing dog of the day, so feel free to pedal at your feet. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Settling into your dog. So when you breathe in, we're going to round our back and come forward on your plank. You might have to lengthen a little bit. Coming into a nice strong plank. You can always put your knees down if you need to. And then we're going to inhale. Core engages you. Round your back up to downward facing dog. Heels to the ground. Do that again. Inhale, really rounding your back, coming into plank. Exhale, all the way back. Inhale out to plank. Exhale back. Then pedal at your feet again. And shake your head a little bit more. Look to your hands, and with bent knees, we're going to walk our feet up to our hands. And you're going to place your feet right behind your hands, about hip distance apart. So that's generally speaking about 2 fists apart. So you can just measure that out. And just ragdoll here, allowing gravity to take hold of your upper body. If you need a little bit more, you can grab your elbows. Breathe into that back. And maybe rock from side to side. Count your hands if you have them on your elbows, and we're going to rise up, Slowly, your head is last to rise. And with your head, we're going to inhale our arms all the way to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and heel toe your feet together, or you can keep them hip distance apart. It's up to you. We're going to find our mountain pose. So quads are engaged. Your pelvic floor is nice and neutral. Chest open. Crown rising to the ceiling. Inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold or swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Shoulders are away from your ears, pressing on your shins or wherever you are. Head is neutral, rising to the front of the room. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Now plant your hands on the ground and step your right foot all the way back and then your left foot to meet it. We're in plank again. This is going to be your strongest plank of the day. Well, not of the day. We'll deal with that later. Right now. So really core is engaged, pushing away. And again, you can always lower your knees down. Breathing here. Rock forward so your shoulders are slightly above your fingertips. And with your elbows squeezing into your ribs, lower all the way down, maybe in one solid piece. Untuck your toes and just open up your chest. Right, raise up a little bit. Baby cobra, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale down. Inhale, baby cobra. Neck is nice and neutral. Exhale. Inhale the cobra, and this time if you'd like a little bit more, you can raise your fingertips an inch or two off the ground, really using that pelvic floor to push you up, making sure your neck is neutral. Exhale down, push up to tabletop, tuck your toes, and shoot up to downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, and just step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, moving your left foot all the way back and your right to meet it. Rock forward and lower all the way down. Untuck your toes. Raise up to cobra, maybe a little taller. Exhale, now push up to plank or to tabletop and then to downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, all the air out. And maybe you can hop or you can step, again, whatever is in your practice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise big and strong, maybe looking up to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to heart center. Breathing here, finding your Tadasana again. Nice and strong pose. And now everybody, you're going to squat down, coming into chair, just making sure that your knees are not coming forward, that you're really pushing your bum back and that you can see your toes, maybe even wiggle them, and you're not sticking your booty out, you're not sucking it in, just nice and neutral. Really, then you can add your arms, really lengthening that upper torso, maybe getting a little bit deeper. Your feet can be hip distance apart or toes touch, whatever's your choice. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, get a little deeper. It's not permanent. Inhale, exhale, open your arms up to the right. So your left arm is in front, your right arm is behind you. And just making sure that your knees are parallel to each other. So move your hips around to make that happen. Really reaching to opposite sides of the room as you get a little deeper. And inhale, back to center. We're going to go the other way. So exhale, open arm twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm front. Again, making sure your knees are parallel, making sure your thumb is back. Good, come to center. Being a little bit lower. Inhale, exhale, fold. Good job. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back. Now this time you can lower halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog, or stick with cobra. And roll over your toes to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Now exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Really sucking everything into the core. Flex your foot. We're going to cross our body and place your right foot straight out to the side. So you're crossing your body. Your right foot's on the left side of your body. With your left heel, dial the back heel down. And then if you want a little bit more, this is a lot, making sure your hips are up. If you want a little bit more, you can raise your left arm up, coming into fallen angel. Breathing here. And if you still want a little bit more, you can try to lift your right leg up. Squeeze your thighs together. Nice and strong. Wherever you are, come back to one-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring your foot all the way through. Dial your back foot down, finding your base, getting your core, then raising your arms up to warrior one. Hips and shoulders are going to be trying to face the front of the room. If you need to widen your stance in order to do that, totally okay. Maybe your knee is over your heel. Inhale, exhale, cactus your arms and maybe doing a little baby back bend here. Chest is reaching up to the ceiling. Squeezing your legs, magnetizing your heels towards each other. Inhale, arms straighten. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, and you can lower halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths here. At any time, if you want to skip the Chaturanga Dandasana or upward facing dog, go ahead and meet us in downward facing dog, or take child's pose at any time. Your practice. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to middle, squeezing into the middle, flexing your feet. Now cross your left leg all the way over, plant it on the pinky side, dial your back foot down, and if you want, raise your arm up to the sky, chest open. If you still need a little bit more, you can put all your weight on your back, on your left side of your body, and try to lift your right foot up. Squeezing your thighs together, breathing here. Wherever you are, come back to one-legged dog. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Dial your back foot down, finding your base and your core. Rising up, warrior one on this side. Really pushing off that pinky side of your back foot. Arms are nice and strong. Shoulders away from your ears. Again, maybe inhaling, lengthen, and exhale to get a little bit deeper. Inhale, exhale, cactus your arms. Again, maybe back bending a little bit bigger this time. Pretending there's a string pulling you up to the ceiling. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, lower halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Look to your hands, empty all your air out, and maybe hop or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go back to chair. We're going to speed it up a little bit. So inhale the chair. Exhale, twist to the right. One breath here. One breath out. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Go a little deeper. Inhale. And exhale. Swing your arms to the center. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, plant your hands on the ground. Now you can step or hop back. If you hop back, make sure to land in bent arms to save your back. Back bend of your choice. And then to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to chest, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Crossing your body, coming into fallen angel. Dial the back foot down. Maybe raising your left hand up to the sky and maybe your left leg. Wherever you are, come to one-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way forward. Dial your back foot down. Rise strong, warrior one. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. And we will meet in downward facing dog. However you would like to get there. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to chest, squeezing it. Cross your body, pinky side down. Dial the back foot down. Maybe the right hand goes up. Maybe the left leg goes up. Come back to one-legged dog, really reaching up. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Back foot down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale up. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale. Did I already did the leg, didn't I? Did I? Cross your leg. Dial your back foot down. Rising up. Maybe squeezing your leg. Inhale here. Exhale. Come back to one-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it all the way through. Dial the back leg down. Inhale. Exhale. Up and down. We'll come back to downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Good. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, all the air out. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. One time through. So inhale the chair. Exhale, open. One breath here. One breath out. Come to center. Exhale to the left. One breath here. One breath out. Back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. Step or hop back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Back bend of your choice. And downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, cross your body. Plant your pinky. Dial your back leg. Rise up. One breath here. One breath out. Come back to one-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. Come all the way through. Dial your back foot down. Rise up. Exhale, cactus. Good. Inhale, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, into chest, crossing your body. Let's do the fallen angel one last time. Raising our leg up if you can. Come back to one-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Dial your back leg down. Rising up, warrior one. Exhale, chest open. Inhale up. Step back, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale all the air out. Step or hop, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up. And hands to heart center. Let's catch our breath here. So maybe closing your eyes. Feeling your pose, shoulders away from your ears. If your mind has wandered, come back to the present. Everyone's doing amazing. Inhale, we're going to come back to chair pose, your favorite pose, I know. So we're going to come back to your strong chair pose. We already talked about this. If you want to raise your heels up for a little bit more, you can. Just for a little bit, it's for those people who need a little bit more. I'm going to turn this way. We're going to have a strong chair, getting nice and deep. Make sure you can see your toes. Inhale, exhale, we're going to prayer twist to the right. So you can start up nice and tall if you'd like, or if you need a little bit more, you can try to move your left elbow over your right knee. Inhale, really lengthen your body. Exhale, twisting deeper. Now come to center. We're going to lift our left knee into our chest. Getting your balance, we're going to step all the way back. Dial your back foot down. So we're going to come back to warrior one. So really inhale nice and big and settle into your warrior one pose. Again, your hips and your shoulders are trying to reach to the front of the room. Inhale, exhale, open up to warrior two. Now, a lot of people like to align their heels to the middle of their arch or their other heel, but really you can put your foot wherever's comfortable for you. Just making sure you get nice and deep into your lunge. Nice strong leg, arms reaching over opposite direction. Inhale, flip your wrist. We're going to reverse warrior. So bring your right arm over your right ear, really reaching for the opposite side of the room. Hand can be on your hip or sliding down your thigh. Just make sure you don't lose that lunge in your front leg. Really reaching. Maybe your chest is turning up to the ceiling for a little chest opener. And if you want a little bit more, you can take your left arm and reach it to the front of the room for exalted warrior. Just making sure that you haven't stopped breathing. Once you've stopped breathing, you need to go back and just, make it pose a little bit easier. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down and step back. Now staying here in plank. We're gonna move our right knee into our chest and then place it by your pinky toe. And then we're gonna inhale, exhale, we're going to place our left foot by our left pinky. I'm going to turn around so you can see. We're going to come into Malasana, yogi squat. So if this is too hard on your knees or it doesn't fit your body, you can put your block or books, whatever, underneath you for support. Or you can just stay here. So we're going to, and if you're down here, you can do a little figure eight. If you want a little bit more, we're going to squeeze everything into the midline. Inhale, raising everything up, nice and slow and controlled. Exhale down, again, slow, like we're moving through molasses. Don't just dump down. 2 more times. Inhale all the way up. And again, if you don't want to go all the way down, you can just do squats like this. Good. Last one, go all the way up. And come down. Plant your hands on the mat, step back, lower halfway or all the way, upward facing dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale all the air out, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight to chair. We're going to do the left side. So getting in your chair position. Inhale, exhale, hands in heart position, twisting to the left. Again, you can do upwards, or if you need a little bit more, get a little lower. Left elbow going over your, right elbow going over your left knee. Inhale, arms up. Oops, sorry, no, keep them here. Lifting your right knee into your chest. We're going to come back nice and slow into your warrior one, reaching your arms up. Inhale, settling in, warrior one. Again, really trying to magnetize your heels towards one another so it turns on your inner thighs. If you're feeling you're gripping a lot on your mat, just lift your toes up and gently place them down. Inhale, exhale, open up, warrior two. Making sure that your knee isn't dumping over to the right, making sure that your knee is tracking your third and second toe. Maybe your gaze is over your middle finger. Reach your wrist up and come back to warrior, reverse warrior. Really reaching that left arm over your head. Try not to sink or trying to lose that lunge. Maybe opening your chest up to the ceiling. And maybe reaching your right arm through. Exalted warrior. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back, hold that plank. We're going to step up with our left foot to our pinky, and then our right foot coming into Vinyasa on this side, on the side of your mat. You're going to inhale, set all the way up 3 times, very slow. And again, you can modify as needed. If you just want to hang down here and do some stretches, you can stretch your arms up, do a bind. But if you do want that little more, you just come do your squats. And then once you finish, place your hands on the mat. You can jump or step back to plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Great. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale all the air out. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to chair. We can go fast now. Inhale, exhale, prayer just to the right. 1 breath here. 1 breath out. Turn to the center. Lift your left knee into your chest, reaching back to warrior one. Big inhale. Exhale, open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. 1 breath here. 1 breath out. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down, step back to plank. Put your right foot up by your pinky and your left. Prepare for your squat. So inhale up, exhale. Nice and control. I know you're getting tired, but think how much stronger you're going to be. Really squeeze that glute when you get up to the top. When you finished your 3, place your hands on the mat, step back or hop, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands, exhale all the air out, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to chair. Let's do the left side. So exhale, 1 breath here. 1 breath out. Right knee in the chest. We're extending that right leg. Coming into warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. 1 breath here. One breath out. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Hold to the plank, left foot up. Then the right foot. You guessed it, 3 times up if you want, or modify if necessary. Stay controlled. Really squeezing everything into the midline. Plant your hands on the mat, step or hop back, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Lift your hands, exhale all the air out, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time through, guys. Let's do it. Inhale, exhale to the right. One breath here. One breath out. Come to center, left knee into chest, really reaching back. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. One breath here. One breath out. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Come back to plank. Right foot up to pinky. Left foot up to your pinky. We only have to do this 2 more times. Still try to control as much as you can. And plant your hands on the ground, step or hop back, lower halfway or all the way, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your hands, exhale all the air out, step or hop, top of your mat, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise the chair last time through. Coming back to your left side. One breath here. One breath out. Right knee in the chest, reaching nice and long. Coming into warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Inhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back. Left foot up. Right foot up. Last time. I know you can do this. Squeeze everything in the middle. Squeeze everything when you get to top. Slow down. 2 more times. I'm breathing hard too. Last time. Come all the way down. I'll get into plank. And just hang out in plank for a little bit. Really not. Now this is the time that you have to do your strongest plank. I was lying before. I apologize. But fingertips are really into the mat. Now please put your knees down if you need to. Just don't go into tabletop. Make sure that your core is activated. Breathing in here. Okay, so place your right forearm on the ground, and then your left forearm, and then your right hand up, and your left hand up. Do the opposite side, so left forearm down, right forearm down, right hand up, left hand up. Now you can go at your own pace, and just, I'll time you guys. When we're done here, I'll let you know. Just go with it. You can go faster, you can go quicker. Good. 15 more seconds. Okay, now hold it up here. Now let's bring it to our forearms. Now you can either clasp your hands or you can put them flat on the ground, whatever works for you. We're going to turn our heels to the side, so forearm side plank. Maybe raising your arm up. You can always put your foot down here if you need more support. And if you want a little bit more, and you're crazy, you can do thread the needle here. So inhale, get long. Exhale, try to go all the way through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, maybe try to do 5 of these. We're going to do the other side, so be careful. Ooh, okay, come back to forearm plank. Ooh, take your breath. And come to the other side. Forearm plank, you can get your balance. Hips up to the ceiling. Maybe this is enough for you. You can always go to child's pose at any time. Threading the needle here if you want. Shaking is a really good thing. building muscle, getting stronger. Don't think about the future, just think about what you're doing for your body right now, at this moment. Come back to forearm. If you'd like to hang here, I'll hold it for another 30 seconds. Otherwise, just go to child's pose. No problem. Something went on my screen. I'm like, well, you guys hold there. I'm just going to check my screen. Okay. 15 more seconds. Sure. 10. 5. And down. Come on to child's pose. Or flop down on your belly and have your arms down your side. Whatever you want to do. Just catching your breath here. Maybe toweling off. Maybe getting a sip of water. Good, thank you. If you'd like to move on, then come with me. But if you want to hang out in child's pose, feel free to. It's your practice, and just come, join us whenever you can. No problem. Okay, so come back up to downward facing dog. And again, just pedal out your feet here, shaking your head, yes, no. Reaching your heels to the ground. We might need blocks. So if we're going to do half moon pose, so if you want to put a block or a book or something in front of you just for balance, that's maybe a good idea. So coming back into our down dog, we're going to reach our right leg into the sky. And exhale, bring it all the way through. Keep your heel up. We're going to come into crescent lunge. So again, finding your base, strong core, reaching up so your heel is lifted like you're wearing a high heel. Your really strong back leg. If you're feeling anything in your back, just kind of bend your back leg a little bit. Maybe your knees over your heel. If your arms are getting tired from this position, you can cactus them or put them in prayer position. So from here, we're going to bring our knee into our chest. Trying to keep balance. So find a spot on the wall that's not moving. And just hang here for a bit, feeling your, getting present, feeling your balancing. We're going to move into a half moon. So try to move your right foot. Just moving your leg and the rest of your body. Really reach out to counterbalance everything. So that's what my leg comes out, my arm comes out. And then coming into half moon, if you need to use the block for your balance, please do so. And just your left toe should be pointing to the left side of your room. Your arm is really reaching in opposite directions. Chest open. And just challenge yourself. If you fall down, that's awesome. No one's watching you. And maybe if you have this and you're getting bored, you can lift your hand off the block and try to balance a little bit. Okay, coming back down, we're going to roll over so your hip is now going to be parallel with the ground. Warrior 3, heel is up, toe down. And again, just try to find your balance here. You can do whatever you want with your arms. You can put them out to the side. Just making sure you're really lifting with those glutes. Maybe you're reaching your arm overhead if you don't have back issues. Ooh, just play around with it. Step your foot down to forward fold and maybe shake out your legs a little bit. And come back to downward facing dog. And we'll lift our left leg up into the air. Inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Heel stays up as you rise to crescent lunge. Squeezing your inner thighs together. Shoulders away from your ears. Core engaged. Now again, find that spot on the wall that's not moving. And just try to lift your right knee into your chest. Nice and slow. We're in no rush. And then when you're ready, try to come to half moon on this side. Just being very patient with yourself. Taking it nice and slow. If you need to use the block, go for it. Really reach your hands in opposite direction. Chest should be open. And then just try to challenge yourself. Maybe try to look to the right side of the room or your hand. Maybe trying to balance without the block. And then slowly we're going to turn to warrior three. Your hips should be parallel to the ground. Yowzers. Not finding my balance today. Heel up, toe down. And then again, just play around with your arms. But really try to activate those glutes and the hamstrings. And of course, if you don't have back issues, you can try to reach to the opposite side. Couple more breaths here, squeezing your inner thighs together. And come down, forward fold. Let's just ragdoll here for a moment. Breathing, maybe grabbing opposite elbows again. Let's rise up nice and slow. Arms rise up to the ceiling. You're going to keep your arms up. And then bring them down to heart, hands in heart position. Now, bring your heels off the ground, tippy toes if you want. And we're going to slowly lower all the way down, keeping your balance. Again, finding that spot. Go as slow as you can. Don't just dump into your heels. Stay here for a moment, just finding a nice long spine, crown raising to the ceiling, chest open. And then let's melt down to the ground. Try not to use your hands to get you into the position. So just trying to lower down, but using your hands is fine too. Bring your block with you. We're going to go into some core, and it will be fun. So let's do it. So we're going to put the block or your book or whatever you want to put, a pillow, it doesn't matter, in between your feet. And it can be this way or that way, whatever you want to do. So you're going to put them into your feet. And we're going to, if this is good for you, you can stay here. If you need a little bit more, you can raise your arms out. If you need a little bit more, you can straighten out your legs. And we're going to lower all the way down. Don't touch the floor. And rise up. So we're going to do this in 20-second increments with a little 10-second break in between each one. So you're halfway done with the first one. Slow and controlled, chest open, core engaged. You can do it right here too. Okay, put your feet down, raise your hands over your head. Big inhale. Big exhale, come up all the way again. We're going to do that one more time. Hold it here and go. Using your breath. Once you stop breathing, you're just harming yourself, making it harder. 10 more seconds. Feet down, arms overhead, big breath in. Okay, get up, prepare, and go. 2 more times like this, then we'll change it up. Think how strong you're going to get. Your core should be on fire. If your back is hurting you, then please give yourself whatever your body needs. Don't push yourself too hard. Okay, let's lay back down. Inhale. Exhale, bring everything up. This is the last time like this. Holding here. And go. Feels good. Good, let's do that again, like, oh, let everything go. Okay, we're gonna change it up a little bit. So we're gonna come up with your shoulders off the ground. Your feet can be as straight as you want them. I'd love them to be super straight. We're gonna transition the block to our hands and then go as low as you can, making sure that your back is flat on the ground as possible. If it really starts to arc, that could hurt your back. So place a block in your feet or your hands wherever you want to start. And really squeeze up when you reach for it. Go. So then put it in your feet and then move it to your hands, just transferring the block back and forth. And go, again, don't go just go as low as it feels good in your back. Really engage in that core when you, okay, break time. Let's straighten our legs and our hands, reaching in opposite directions. Oh, good. Coming back, getting ready, really squeezing into the midline, go. And rest 2 more times. I know you guys can do this. This is an intense core workout. It's feeling good. And for lunchtime exercise, right? Go. Remember to breathe. Remember to engage that core. Oh, rest, and this is going to be our last time. Getting ready. Last time, guys. We can do this. Reach for the block and start going. Five seconds. And we're done. Yay. Woo. Put your block away or whatever you used. Bring your feet together, knees apart. Back to Supta Konasana. Catching your breath. Let's grab the outside of our thighs, bring our knees in once more, and we're going to roll onto our stomachs. Any way you want to get there, just be careful. And you can have one of your cheeks on the ground. We're just going to lay here for a minute and just catch our breath a little bit longer before we go into some back bend stuff. So let's get prepared. So your pelvic floor is really going to be pushing down the ground. And for the first one, so are the shoelace side of your feet. We're going to raise our chest up only. So inhale, exhale, lift your chest up as high as you can go. Shoulders away from your head. Arms are back behind you. If you have lower back problems, you can spread your feet out. But if you can try to touch your big toes together, that'd be great. Exhale down, maybe your other cheek on the side. Take a breath. Good. Inhale, forehead to the ground. We're going to lift our feet and our chest this time. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift everything up. Neck is neutral. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you want a little bit more, you can grab your hands behind your back and really extend, opening up that chest. And exhale your cheek on one side. You can do one of those options now, or you can come do a bow pose with me. If you want to do bow pose, bend your knees and
try to grab at your ankles as best as you can. You can use a strap too here if you can't access your ankles. Gonna inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift everything up. Try to squeeze your inner thighs together and allow your ankles to really pull you back. So they're reaching to the back of the room while your chest is open, neck is neutral. You should be straining your neck, really squeezing everything up. Inhale, exhale, bring everything down nice and slow. Don't slingshot anything. And rest. We're going to do that one last time. Again, feel free to do any of those options. Okay, inhale to prepare. And exhale, bring everything up. Try and get a little bit higher maybe. And again, lower down, nice and slow. You might want to just rock your hips from side to side, or you can bend your legs and just helicopter your feet around, releasing that lower back. And we're going to flip back over and grab your strap or your belt or whatever you have around, or nothing, it's fine. Come back to your back and feet flat on the floor. You're going to lift your right foot up, and you're going to put your strap around the ball of your foot and just flexing your leg, making sure that your toes are really straining to get to your head. Your left leg can be straight on the mat or bent, whatever is better for your back. And you're just going to try to pull your foot as close to your head as possible. I'm sure many more people are more flexible than me. Just breathing into it, really flexing your foot to get a really nice stretch. And you can grab the strap with your right hand and just move your right foot across your body. So move towards the left-hand side, trying to keep your sit bones both on the ground. Breathing into the place where your body's calling out to you. Come back to center and then grab with the strap in your left hand and just move your right leg to the right side of your body. Again, trying to keep both sits bones on the ground. And come back to center and bend that knee into your chest and switch feet. Again, really flexing that left foot. Trying to get as close to your head as possible. Toes are flexed. And grab the strap with your left hand and move your left foot across your body. And grab the strap with your right hand and move your left leg to the left side of your body. And bring it into center. Take the strap off your foot. You can get rid of your strap for the time being. And let's bring our knees into our chest, giving a little circles one way, circles the other way. Bring your arms out to a T, and we're just gonna slowly rock our knees back, side to side, just not going all the way down, but just using your breath to kind of move your legs, giving yourself a little massage on your back and a little bit of twisting. And when you've evened out, you can slowly lower your knees to the right side, all the way down, coming to a nice spinal twist, keeping both shoulders on the ground if possible. And maybe looking over your left side. And come back to center and go to the opposite side. And bring your knees into your chest. And if you want to do a shoulder stand here, feel free to go ahead for that. If you want to do supported shoulder stand, you can grab your books or your block and you're going to put your feet on the ground, lift your hip up, put your block right on your sacrum, and maybe lift one foot up and then the other, and just allowing gravity to kind of do its magic. If you'd like to do a shoulder stand, then how I like to get into it is putting my feet over my head and then getting my shoulders kind of underneath me, clasping my hands, maybe getting a little stretch here. And then bringing my hands towards my back with the elbows down, and then reaching my feet up, making sure that your neck isn't strained. Oh. Oh, yeah, maybe I am. Hi, sorry. Okay, so if you're in shoulder stand, you can kind of slowly lower down. And if you are in supported shoulder stand, lift your hips up and bring the block out of from under you. And lift your knees back up and feet up to the ceiling, grabbing the bottoms of your feet, your shins or your thighs, and bringing your knees close to your armpits as possible, really melting into the mat, shoulders down, maybe swaying side to side. Bring everything into the midline, squeeze everything together, even your face. And then extending your feet out long, feet flop to the side. I invite you to close your eyes again, maybe putting your hands by your sides, palms up, letting go of any breathing techniques or judgment. Again, focusing on your inhales and your exhales. I found this passage in a book I was reading and I wanted to share it with you. But if you just want to ignore me and go into your Shavasana yourself, go for it. When you surrender to what is and become so fully present, the past ceases to have any power. The realm of being, which had been obscured by the mind, then opens up. Suddenly, a great stillness arises within you, an unfathomable sense of peace. And within that peace, there is great joy. And within that joy, there is love. And at the innermost core, there is the sacred, the immeasurable, that which cannot be named. Eckhart Tolle. Okay. Yeah, I just plugged it in. Thank you. Yeah. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. One more time, big inhale. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes, rotating your wrists and your ankles. Reaching your arms overhead, legs together, big stretch. And bring everything into your chest. And come to whichever side is most comfortable for you, with your head in your hands. Using your hands, you can push up yourself into a nice seated, easy position. I invite you to close your eyes, or if you're not comfortable with that, focus on the ground or the end of your nose. Feeling your sits bones, maybe rocking forward and back, just finding your center. Shoulders away from your ears. Chin slightly bowed. You can place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on top of it. I just want to thank you all for joining me this afternoon and being patient while we work out all the kinks. I'm so excited that we are able to provide this service for you, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm going to leave you with this quote. Your true home is in the here and the now. Teach, not hum. The light in me bows down to the light in each of you. Namaste. Yay. Thank you so much.